Good morning. So our new gen IDC project is mechanized knife for a large tuna fish cutting. So I'll start with this is our product. I'll start by step. So this is our product what we have developed, and this is a smaller size tuna fish. Though this is smaller, this weighs something around 4 kgs. So first, I will start with the step by step one, where I express the customer story. So being a certified energy auditor for last 20 years, I used to visit the tuna filleting companies. Say there are a lot of tuna filleting companies is in Kanyakumari zone and in Nangaznori zone. Being this tuna has been largely available in our Indian Ocean and in Seychelles. Seychelles is somewhat farthest to our Kanyakumari zone. So this Kanyakumari zone is abundantly available with this tuna fish, which is not consumed inside of Tamil Nadu or India, where it majority exported to Europe. The tuna fish, what you are seeing here, is a smaller tuna fish, which comes only to Tamil Nadu or India, where this weighs about 4 kgs. But actual tuna fish in the factory or in the fish processing industries, they used to call, I have visited at least 10 processing industry, which is Jude Fish Foods and a lot of other fish foods, where it will be sizing between, they used to procure only 6 feet length to maximum 12 feet length of tuna fishes. So this is my customer story, where the product is going to used in a fish filleting industry. Next. So what is the problem? The problem in a tuna fish is it comes in a bigger size. They used to freeze these things. It goes within 18 hours of time. So they have to fillet this large tuna fish. Disadvantages with tuna fish, it comes with a very thick spine. The spine comes with very thicker one. So it's very difficult to cut the things into pieces. So what they will do, they will fillet the things. They will keep this spine at the center, and they used to cut on the top and they used to cut on the bottom. So they get out only this tuna fish on the outside, and they used to take a filleting fillet. A fillet is nothing but making it a cube. A normal cube is something around 100 by 100 is the cube size of a tuna flesh. It's a complete flesh without any single bone on it. So they used to export that in a frozen stage of minus 18. Yes, minus 18. It comes also with roughly something around, it comes with minus 8 to minus 9 degrees Celsius from the fish. But normally that is in a bigger processing stations, whereas in India, mostly in Tamil Nadu zone, whereas it comes with not that much of frozen state, it comes with only around 4 to 5 degrees Celsius, where the flesh will be somewhat smoother than the frozen one. So now disadvantage on this part, where what I have to pain point to solve my problem to the audience or to that company is to flesh or is to fillet that entire flesh. Normally they use the knife. Say you assume that it's a 8 feet one, and this is something around the 1 feet. 300 mm will be the height of the tuna fish, one single flesh. So they have to put their knife entirely and they have to do the fleshing or filleting. So the knife is also a normal ordinary knife, where there will not be any serration. So what I am going to give their solution will be a mechanized knife. Yes, I agree. There are a lot of mechanized knife available in Europe, not particularly in India. There are a lot of things available in Europe. One that particular product is Astar knives, but disadvantage is it works with pneumatic. So issue in a pneumatic or compressed air is the environment what they are going to take flesh will be something around 12 degrees to 14 degrees. Or we can assume it's a 12 degree one average. So when it comes, this hot air comes with 45 degree air, and there will be a lot of after coolers also in the compressed air. After cooler will be provided in the compressed air to improve the efficiency. Whereas what happens when the compressed line comes inside this 12 degrees room, lot of condensates will be forming, and it gets difficult for that compressed air to work. So I am proposing both electrical as well as the battery operated. So this is first thing where we are providing the mechanized knife. So this is the problem. I'm going to solve these problems with respect to solving the above problems. Now product introduction of what? So first thing what we have done, we have made a first analysis with respect to the blades. You can see these blades, we have made these blades in CNC cutting. So this is a normal serrated blade of first category or micro, and this is what we have put it in the machine is the second one. And the third one what we have tried is the somewhat a bigger size. If you see on the top, or if you see on this view, you can see the zigzag pattern here. It's not a straight blade actually. So there will be a zigzag pattern will be formed in this blade. Advantage of this form, you can see one blade will be on this side, another blade will be on this side. It will be in a staggered position. Focus here, so it will be on the staggered position where you can see one blade will be on this side, another blade will be on this side. So it will comes with a staggered position. Advantage of these blades is, say normally when we take a cut, it has to say in case of being most of our mechanical engineer. So in case of shaper, it will be we used to take cut on the forward stroke, and return stroke will be a quick return mechanism. Whereas here, it will take the cut on the return mechanism. While it coming out, it takes the flush cut. So this flush cut should not interfere. Hacksaw machine hacksaw machine. So to avoid this, we have gone with this zigzag portion of this on this blade. So that is point number one with respect to the blades. So these are all the smaller blades where it can be used for the Indian made available for a smaller size tuna fish. Of course, this is not a yellow tuna, but usually it comes with a yellow tuna. And for a higher size, as I written in the patent document, we have developed also a scallop blades. So these are scallop blades which can cater around 1 inch of flesh, 1 inch of thick flesh. Sorry, 1 foot of fish depth, and the height will be near about another 1 foot. So this is for the scallop blade where we have made a CNC cut. We yet to try this blade. We are asking for a time with the factory itself, so that we will go and have a real time analysis. Now coming back to the product, though it seems to be a ready-made product, but we completely revamped this entire one. So this is actually a concrete cutter, where this motor will be a constant RPM motor and it will have a thrust in it. Okay. So what we have done first, initially it works with say if I want to start as a initial cutting, I want to move it really slowly. Okay, this is the maximum speed. I want to go it with a really slow during the starting phase. Okay, so we have changed that into a BLDC motor. So we have changed this BLDC motor and we have updated the flywheel. Flywheel works with a 2:1 ratio, so that it goes with a minimum torque during the inlet stroke, and while coming back, because of this flywheel energy stored on the flywheel, it comes with double the force. Torque is here more important than the speed to cut out the flesh. And we have made some cushioning arrangement in the inside the bearing also to overcome the cases. So as far as our product, we have made some modification in the blades. So either all the blades will be serrated blades, whereas we have come with the alternate types of blades, and we have made a BLDC motor. Along we have changed a flywheel option, and a cushioning effect has been provided on the chuck where it holds the cases. So the same thing has been defined in the pattern, this thing also. So we'll start with the demonstration. After, okay, we will start with the cutting. So this is the second category blade for this tuna fish. So now the head has been removed. Now we are going to make a chop out of it, where you can see the cut. Okay, that prophilic or that staggered cut at these portions is very important to make that masala went into it. Yes, chopping individually. Actually, you can see the bone here on the cutting blade. So that is the main issue is there, where it will be a really thick bone. It will be really hard for the Okay, it takes a nice and clean cut. The reason is because of that serration blade. Though இங்க நம்ம ஊர்ல சொல்றப்ப சொல்லுவாங்க இது clean வரல cut. Hope there is no much of a vegetarian here. இல்ல அது கையில எடுத்துனிரு. அந்த இடம் குடல் இருந்ததுனால இதா இருக்கு. போக போக தான் கிளீனா வரும். இல்ல இந்த இடம் எப்பயுமே இதான் தாங்க இருக்கும். ஏன்னா இந்த குடல் இருந்த இடம்லாம் குளம் தான் வரும். ஸோ அந்த பிளேட் இருக்க இடம்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா சாரி அந்த வாட் யூ கேன் கால் அந்த போனு, இந்த போன் யூ கேன் சி தட் ஒயிட் கலர் போனு, அது வந்து ஒரு இஷ்யூவே இல்லாம ரொம்ப கிளீனா கட் எடுத்துட்டு வந்துடும் அது. அடுத்த கட்டு கொஞ்சம் இதா வரணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். கொஞ்சம் தள்ளி போக போக தான் வரும். இல்ல இதை கொஞ்சம் பெரிய கட்டா கூட போடுங்க, அடுத்த தடவை கட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஏன்னா அந்த குடல் இருக்கிற இடம்லாம் you can see how much that thick bone is. இது பாருங்க, இது it comes with a very clean cut. Good. அந்த இடத்துல வெய் பத்திரி போடியா. So this is the cut where it comes as a okay. இப்போ இது கொஞ்சம் கிளீனா வரும். ஏன்னா யூஸ்வலி இன் லார்ஜர் ஃபிஷஸ் this what you can call the space for this intestine, அந்த குடல் இருக்கிற இடம்லாம் ரொம்ப சின்னதா இருக்கும். And we normally used to go like this. இங்க இருந்து இப்படிதான் போவோம். ஸோ இங்க வந்து நம்மளுக்கு சைஸ் ஆஃப் த ஃபிஷ் அது இல்லாதனால அப்படி போல. ஸோ வி ஆர் கோயிங் பர்பண்டிகுலர்லி, ஆக்சுவலி பேரலல் மாதிரி. இப்போ நம்ம வரது இட்ஸ் மோர் லைக் பீங் மெக்கானிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரா சொன்னா ஷியர் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் மாதிரி வரும், வேர் வி கம் பேரலல் டு த perpendicular to this bone, whereas normally it will be parallel to the things தான் போகும். எஸ், இன்னொரு கட் பண்ணிரு. அந்த இதுதான் ஒரு கிளீனா ஒரு இது இல்லாம வந்துருச்சு பாருங்க. இது வாட் யூ கேன் கால் அந்த போன் வெட்டுற இடம் தான் பெரிய இஷ்யூவா இருக்கும் நம்ம இவங்களுக்கு திருப்பி கூடிய. And because of this serration, as I said earlier, the masala protrusion into the masala will also be a better option. Yes, இன்னொன்னு ரெண்டுங்க. You can see here, this is what I expect, sir. So this is a clean cut, one of the clean cuts what we are expecting. So அங்க இது பண்ணும்போது bigger fishesல இது மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். இன்னொரு கட்டு. Very good. So this is the third cut and we'll go with the final cut. So this is the flesh being taken out of the tuna fish. So you have seen the product demonstrations. So I will just reiterate what we have done. So one thing is, yes, so you can see what we have done. Of course, we have taken a thicker sizes filleting, but it will be normally it will be much lesser than that. Also the fish will be much bigger in size. Here what we are getting in Tamil Nadu will be, this is the maximum one where we have went across almost all the fish markets in Tamil Nadu. Sorry, fish markets in Tiruchi. Okay, so let's conclude. So the product what we have been seeing it as I'm concluding my points. So one is the fish filleting industry is one of the largest industry in Tamil Nadu, though it has been not much has been thought has been given this about. And the utilization of the staffs there, or the fatigue of the staff or the worker there will be really high. They used to have work in only 2-hour shift. 2 hours they used to work and another 2 hours will be break. So out of 8 hours they will be working only with 4 hours. Reason is the fatigue they developed, as well as the blade comes with or the knife comes without any serration. So as a first point, we have done these serrations in the blade. Not only serration on the front view, as a serration on the front view, we have made serration on the opposite hand. Opposite hand, all the blades will be sitting on the opposite hand. So this is one we have developed with respect to blade. With respect to the machine, this is actually a concrete cutter. We have changed that motor flywheel to improve the torque being developed in the cases. Now going to the end one. So what will be the next step? So the next step will be, yes, the product is ready. Of course, it is ready with the bigger size blade. Now it is up to the customer where they want to. Definitely I have maybe what you can call, I have 95% of 95% where I have damn sure where they will be buying these components, buying this product, where at least there are around hundreds of fish filleting industries are there in near about our zone, college zone, which is Naganeri and Kanyakumari. So the selling this product will not be any issue, as well as the cost of this product where can be drastically reduced. As of now, it has been on the higher range because of the BLDC motor and the flywheel and what we have spent for doing this. It's a single item where it will be costlier. Whereas when we went for the mass product, say in terms of 100 plus, then it will be very easier to come down the price also, and the product or the customer for the products, it's also readily available. Of course, this is not a B2C, business to customer. This is business to business, where they will be having enough money to invest, as well as because their return on investment for buying this component will be really high, because they will be saving their workers salary, because they want to provide rest to them to avoid the fatigue, where those are the advantages of this product.